YouTube, what's going on? Black Phoenix here, bringing you the YouTube view, another YouTube video. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the Arizona Cardinals playbook, possibly the best offense in the game of Madden 16 here. Now, last year, if I remember from my playbook breakdowns, the Cards offense used to be very pass heavy um, and very shotgun heavy. If you weren't in shotgun, you were pretty much screwing yourself, or you're kind of handicapping yourself because the Cardinals offense was not that good outside of shotgun. The singlebacks were pretty much terrible. The run game wasn't as good. But this year it took a step up in terms of being very user friendly, very powerful with the formations that they have. Uh, just establishing the run game with inside zones this year. Very powerful compared to last year. I feel like the Cardinals was definitely or were pass heavy last year, and it still is to this day. It retains its nature of being the very pass heavy offense that it is. But like I said, with the improvements that they made and the inside zone being the best run in the game, the Cardinals book is definitely a force to be reckoned with. A lot of times you'll see a lot of ebooks use this Cardinals offense because of how good it is. But anyways, let's get to the breakdown, and I'll show you personally why the Cardinals book is as good as it is. Starting off with Singleback Jumbo here, probably one of the best jumbo sets in the game. You have inside zone here. You have mesh. You have the PA waggle. You have the PA dive, misdirection, and zone weak. The jumbo pair. You do have the counter weak, which is okay. You have the stretch, which can be hit or miss. You do have the halfback dive. The only one trap, I don't know how I feel about this one personally. I feel like it'd be hit or miss. But once again, I'm not the biggest fan of like runs with the blue motion routes on them. I just feel like it's just not as good this year. Motion spot is not too bad, and then you have spacing, which can be your like short yards game. Singleback ace, you have the skinny post. You have halfback misdirection, which is still pretty decent. The card zone weak is very good. PA zone a wide corner. Halfback option, Z spot, halfback toss crack is also not that bad either. The ace pair, you have the close zone strong, which used to be very good last year. I don't think the blocking is as good this year. Close PA sail, another one of those plays. Same thing with the shot plays, not too bad. Zone weak and zone misdirection, not too bad, not too bad. Tight end attack, probably one of the better plays in this formation, as well as PA power O, and just the power O in general is actually pretty good. So another thing you could think of, the Singleback pair tight twins are basically twin tight end chief. It's probably one of the more deadlier under center sets in the game of Madden 16. Definitely some man beaters, definitely some zone beaters. Very tough to stop this year. It's ridiculous, and especially with just twins concepts in general. They're just very tough. You can't play too much man, you can't play too much zone because they'll find a way to beat you, especially with a good Madden player. But anyways, heading into this one, card smash is pretty good. PA dig, you have the zone runs as well. PA4, the drag Y wheel is another good one that could beat man in zone. The underplay is probably one of the better plays in this formation. Flanker spot, and same thing with the PA power on. Just very good ways to beat man, beat zone. Another twins concept here with the ace pair twins. So you have halfback misdirection, dagger, zone weak, PA wide receiver fork, U drive check, and then you also have four verts if you decide to call that. You have the bunch ace, so you have inside zone, fork shot, once again, one of those cover 4 beaters, maybe even a cover 3 beater, and maybe even a cover 2 beater on that one. FL drive, Z spot, inside zone split, which is okay out of this formation, and then also for verts. Tight doubles on, which is rare to see. You have the post switch, bench, stick, and digging up I don't like. It used to be good, I think, last year. But I don't think it's as good this year. I haven't really experimented with this one too much, but from what I've heard, it's not as good as it used to be because of the double moves. And as mentioned in my last video, the double moves just take too long to get open. It's not as clean as I would like to see it. You also have the smash concept with flanker spot. You have the corner strike kind of concept on the right, and then you have a smash concept on the left. So that's just another option to run. There's singleback doubles, inside zone, PA zone shot. You have the tight end post and halfback cutback. You have levels divide, which is very good. Slot post, 0-1 trappers is still pretty good in this game. Z spot, once again, you know how to run that. And then if you want to, you get to run a slip screen. You also have verticals. Now the zone Y trips are the Y trip Z trip kind of thing that they used to have last year and they still do this year. Halfback zone weak, PA slot cross, slot spot is very good this year. I do like the PA slot wheel in this one, especially with the left side, how it sits right there in that Sweet spot if they're playing a lot of zone. If against man, it's not as good. But playing zone is usually pretty solid. Slot drive, smash, stick and nod, and stick and slide are also really good plays to try out here. You have the wing trips, which I don't really see a lot of people running online these days. Maybe for good reasons. Zone weak, SE curls, wide receiver drag is actually not that bad. Mesh and the weak flood looks to be very, very good, especially with this yellow route on the right. So I'm just going to look at it real quick. Actually, I'm calling the wrong play. I forgot I'm on the defense instead of the offense, so my apologies on that. But it looks to be very good. I probably have to live it after this playbook breakdown and see how good it really is to add on to your offense that's already powerful with the Arizona Cardinals. So we have 3 I-form formations here. We have Pro. In the Pro, we have PA Scissors, which is very easy to run. Texas, which is actually a pretty good concept to run in the end zone. X, Post, and Fullback Dive, which has definitely been popular this year on 3rd and short situations and 4th and 1 situations. This Fullback Dive it. Outside of this, I really don't see nothing else you can really run here. Pro Twins, probably one of the best I-form formations in the game. PA Sail, Halfback Blast, PA Cross F Wheel, Y Cop with a smash kind of concept going on. Halfback Toss, which is very popular this year. Weak Flood and Stretch are probably another couple of plays I recall here. And Tight Pair. Power O is it's hit or miss with that one. I particularly don't like it from Tight Pair. Toss is probably where you would want to go here. Counter is once again the same thing, hit or miss, depending on how your blocking is. Zone weak, fullback dive is another one. Like I said, you'll see on 3rd and 1s, 3rd and short, 4th and 1 type of plays. Strong Pro, Halfback Blast is probably the better run in there. I don't like to stretch too much because of the way the fullback blocks. Maybe motion them to the right and get some better blocking. That's probably the way I would go about it. Once again, the Z motion plays aren't too bad that you can run here. Toss, crack, and get you some. Is once again hit or miss. I don't like how the wide receiver blocks when I'm with the auto motion and stuff like that. And you also have Z spot for fun Z's there. Strong Pro Twins, you really see this formation now too much. Once again, Twins concepts are just very, very tough to stop this year. Inside zone split is probably one of the better runs in this one. PA fullback slide, you can either run it to the open side of the field, so you feel like running on the left, run it left. Feel like running the right, go to the right. Either way, you cannot go too wrong with this formation here. You do have PA lead draw shot, which is probably okay. Mills is a pretty good concept to run. Halfback toss, I don't like it too much from this formation unless you toss it to the strong side to the left where the receivers are. That's the only time I would really call the toss out of this one. Other than that, I don't think you're going to get that good blocking that you need out of toss. Yeah, the weak flex twins. Dagger is probably where I would want to go. PA flood, guts from the run. Misdirection, hit or miss. And that's pretty much it out of that one. Out of Tight Pair, same thing with the I-form Tight Pair. Just stick to the run game, inside zone, halfback gut. The power O, once again, those auto motion blocking routes for running, I'm just not a big fan of personally, so I would avoid it. You had one pistol formation, which is pistol, once again, twins concepts. Twin tight end flex, the cards flood, PA post shot, smash spot. Strong power is actually out of this one, which I heard was pretty good. Dagger, and in this particular instance, I actually do like the halfback slam with the auto motion one. I actually don't mind that one as much, but then again, it really is up to you how you go about it. So let's get into the meat and potatoes, which everybody that runs the Cardinals book has or will run at some point in time, is the split close. Once again, as mentioned in the Patriots video, it's not like the Patriots where they're automatic. The two running backs are automatically in the backfield. You can do this one of two ways. You can make it like the Patriots if you put it in the fullback package here, if I can find it. Maybe not. Or either that, or you could just substitute a fullback in, which the Cardinals don't have right now on their active roster. But that's another option you can take and use. Or if they actually did have a fullback option, definitely try to use that to your advantage. I think it's probably because the Cardinals don't have an active fullback on their roster, and I think that's probably why they don't have the fullback package. But if you put a halfback at the fullback and then have the package inserted into that in that formation, then split close becomes a lot more deadly. Then you have it as the split close Pats and Browns that you see from the Patriots and Browns book here. But jumping into it, I think the regular split close is probably a little bit more powerful than the Patriots and Browns book, and it's because of one particular play. and that is the fullback inside. Very tough to stop if you're not expecting it and your opponent calls it and your defense is set up for it. It can get a lot of yards. And once again, if you substitute a halfback in there, it becomes very, very annoying to stop. Not only with halfback wheel, or close halfback wheel, close fullback trail, and X drag and wide receiver corner and slide curl, and doubles ends, but also the power O they could call and then switch it up on you and run fullback dive. So it's very, very annoying to stop. The good Madden players just abuse the hell out of this formation just because it's so good. Ace Twins, once again, you've seen a lot of twins concepts with the Cards book. This one, the Gun Ace Twins, is probably one of the more powerful formations in the game of Madden 16. Inside zone being one of the main reasons why it's so good, but also just in general, X spot here. Post is probably the main thing you would run into. Stick, outside zone, smash, 0-1 trap. Just very, very tough to stop, whether it be in man-to-man coverage, zone coverage. Very, very tough to stop. Gun doubles, so you have another inside zone here, weak flood, Y cross, SE dig, FL spot, flanker dig, PA dagger, and the draw, if you so choose to run that, mix that in. 4 verts is another one you could call. Y trips weak, you got the outside zone here, which can also be very deadly if you mix it in at the right time. And you also have the inside zone here as well. Y clear out, FL short dig, doubles under, Y corner is one of those plays that definitely beats cover 4. And gives a lot of fits to the defense. Corner strike, another one that can give zone coverage some trouble here. 5-6 trap, and man covers on the corner strike, by the way. Y trail, and again, Y drag, another one of those plays that just destroys zone, that can destroy man if run the right way. Very tough. This is why, once again, this is probably the best offense in the game of Madden 16, period. Motion Z spots, motion outside zones, PA post dig shot, double post, comebacks, corner strike, 5-6 trap. So you do have some run game out of that. Curl tight and wheel. You also have to draw to mix in and the halfback slip screen, which I actually do like out of this formation. I would probably run the halfback slip screen if I got a chance to run this book. So one of the other formations that are very popular are trip sets from the gun set. So trade, trips tight end, trio, falcon, trio, just anything with trips or trade, Y flex tight, just are very popular this year, and mainly because inside zone it's basically the best run blocking in the game when it comes to this those type of formations. You have the PA flow shot, inside smash, level set, which is very good out of here. Halfback base, verticals, which definitely kills man, definitely kills zone if run the right way. Another one that probably could be a sleeper play is fake screen wheel, but you have to do a lot of it, and maybe even a face smash. But again, that's probably more so manipulating the routes more so than anything. Also, I meant to say in China smash, not inside smash from there. My apologies. The gun bunch, you have the zone of flood, you have the Y trail, you have the Z spot, zone of drive, verticals, and the spacing concept, which makes, once again, if you're really running this offense, it's going to be very tough to just stop your offense consistently, but just because of what you have in your book. Just makes it extremely, extremely tough to stop in general. Now, the gun snugs is probably Arizona has probably one of the best, and it has been for at least a good while now. Their snugs has always been just the best in the game, period, bar none, hands down. Zone of seams, PA zone of cross, zone of corners, bench, quick hook, Z spot, zone of post. A lot of things you can do out of this formation mesh, and then you have the halfback sweep. I think that's, and your halfback draw is pretty much your only run plays here. But just in general, just the Cardinals book is just so tough to stop. If you just really look at the playbook breakdowns that I'm mentioning to you, just the plays, and if you're labbing this the proper way, it's so tough to stop. You can just bounce around from formation to formation, just have any kind of beaters, which is very good, what you want from your offense. Deep fork out of flip trips, deep curls, halfback wheel, slants flat, and PA read. Just give zone coverage some fits here. You have the gun spreads, zone of corner, PAZ unders, zone of shallow, inside zone was a good run from here. You had the smash there, the quick slot out, that's another good play you can run. Oops. You got the zone of post trail, which isn't bad at all. X follows, zone of flood, and wide receiver screen can probably be useful here and there depending on what the defense gives you. Curl flats are very good out of spread, just very tough to stop. And then also you have the 4 verts as well to give you an option and slip screen as well. The gun trips halfback week, not wide trips, just regular gun trips where I believe you have just 3 receivers on the left side and 4 receivers just in general. PA wide receiver in. Yeah, I'm right. So PA wide receiver in, very good. Zone of fade is actually really darn good. I feel like that could be a zone killer. Zone of slide out is another, probably like a man-to-man killer. Double comeback, curls, smash, 4 verts. So that's just another option to run here. Empty tray flex, you have the WDT post, stick and nod, wide corner, double slot cross, curl flats, and then the wide receiver screen can be, like I said, just there to mix in. And that is going to do it for your Arizona Cardinals playbook breakdown. Once again, to recap here, Arizona Cardinals is by far, in my mind, the best offense in the game for what you can do out of single back, what you can do out of I-form, what you can do out of shotgun. Just very, very good, very tough for your opponents to stop, along with the inside zone runs and stuff like that. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments below if you have any questions. After this playbook breakdown will be the Kansas City Chiefs playbook, another one of those popular playbooks this year in Madden 16. Look for that breakdown to come out very soon. On that note, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. 5Gs. Peace.